I'm Lynda Kinkade. Thanks for joining me and welcome to CNN Newsroom. We begin with the Russian Metrojet flight that went down in the Sinai over a week ago. Still no definitive conclusions or answers from Egypt, which held a conference a short time ago. The head of the investigation says they're still looking at all scenarios. A few items of interest. He confirmed a loud noise was picked up in the final second of the cockpit voice recording, but they don't know what it was. He also said the plane was still ascending when it exploded in the air. Suspicions have been growing that it was a bomb that brought down the plane. CNN's international diplomatic editor Nic Robertson has been following the investigation from St. Petersburg, and he joins us now. Nic, we heard at that press conference that the debris was spread over 13 kilometres, indicating that the plane blew up mid-air, but they wouldn't point to a bomb, and they listed some other possibilities.
They did. Some interesting possibilities. The possibility, he said, that it was a lithium-ion battery explosion on board the aircraft. There was an aircraft that was carrying a large cargo of lithium-ion batteries that overheated. There's a record of that aircraft overheating and subsequently crashing when it tried to return to the airport. He talked about the possibility of an explosion in the fuel area, also the possibility of an explosion in the fuselage. But I think for a lot of experts, the lithium-ion battery theory is perhaps not terribly strong in this scenario. So interesting why he still listed that as something that they were looking at this time.
It was an interesting point he made. And he also said that all the data from the black boxes was downloaded successfully. What did we learn from that?
Well, one of the interesting things there was precisely that he said the data was downloaded successfully, because earlier we'd heard a report purportedly coming from Egyptian authorities saying that the data recorder, the flight data recorder, the data had all been successfully transferred from that, but the voice recorder, we'd been told, was damaged, and it might take some time to successfully get all the information off of that. And of course, it's the voice data recorder that actually now he says is fine, and they've got the data off it and they've given it a first pass, and it seems to be that last second of information where they hear a noise is the vital clue. It appears to be at this stage. He said that will go away for further spectrum analysis to analyze precisely the nature of that sound. But from the flight data recorder itself, he said the plane was flying at 281 knots. It had been in the air 23 minutes and 16 seconds. It was at a flight of 30,888 feet, that it was still ascending at the time of the accident. So they've retrieved all the relevant information, but it does seem to be the audio portion now from the voice data recorder that is going to be key, and what he said they'll be providing the further analysis on, Lynda.
And Nic, he also made it clear that Egyptian authorities did everything possible in the immediate aftermath of this crash. Do you think he felt the need to defend Egypt's actions, given that so many Western governments have come out with some very interesting intelligence that it appears Egypt hasn't had?
Well, and he said that they seem to be missing out on this intelligence, and they're not getting it at this time. And it does seem, you know, Egypt does appear to have put itself or been on the back foot, because Britain, the United States, Russia, by the virtue of cancelling all flights and taking the same precautionary steps as the British when it comes to flying its tourists out of Egypt, are essentially saying that we believe firmly and strongly that it was a bomb, and the Egyptians do seem to be lagging behind on that front in terms of sort of getting their information out and making it public. So I think there was a sense of that as well, where he said, you know, within 24 hours we got the black boxes, we were on the site as soon as we could within a matter of hours. We've been working with, you know, 58 different people, 7 from Russia, 6 from France, 2 from Germany, 3 from Ireland, 10 international aviation experts as well. So from Airbus. So, you know, I think the Egyptians were trying to give clarity, but they're really coming from a position of being on their back foot, it seems, Lynda.
Yeah, some great analysis there. Nic Robertson in St. Petersburg. Thanks very much for joining us.